Attention all Canadian students. The government has released the Canada Emergency Student Benefit, or CESB for short, to help provide temporary financial support during this pandemic. In this video, I'm going to help clarify all the details like who can apply, how much money you can get, when can you apply, and how do you apply. I've included timestamps in the description box below if there's a specific part of the video you want to watch or rewatch. If you need to see all the details in writing, then I'll put the Government of Canada link in the description box below, so go check that out if you haven't already. Before I get into any details, you must understand that if you have already applied for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, or CERB, which was the $2,000 a month payment, or if you've applied to EI, then you cannot apply for CESB for the same benefit period. In other words, you can't get all of these benefits at once. The CRA will tell you to repay the money, which I'll explain at the end of the video. Now, the first question is probably the most important, which is who can apply for CESB? The CESB is for either of these three types of students. Number one, current post-secondary students. This means that you must be enrolled in a post-secondary educational program, which is at least 12 weeks long, and it leads you to a degree, diploma, or a certificate. Number two, post-secondary graduates. These are graduates who have completed or ended their post-secondary studies after December 2019. So if you graduated in December 2019 or any time after that, then you may be eligible. And number three are graduated or graduating high school students. This means that you finished or you're expecting to finish high school this year in 2020, and you have applied for a post-secondary educational program that starts before February 1st, 2021. So you definitely have to fit into one of those three categories, but that's not all. You have to have been affected by COVID-19, where you are either A, unable to work because of COVID-19, B, you are actively looking for work but can't find anything due to COVID-19, or C, you are currently working during the pandemic but you're bringing home less than $1,000 before taxes during the 4-week benefit period you're applying for, which I'll put up on the screen right here. So you have to make less than $1,000 before taxes during whichever benefit period you apply for here. You also have to be a Canadian citizen, registered Indian, permanent resident, or a protected person who is studying here in Canada or you're studying abroad. Unfortunately, this means that international students cannot apply for CESB. Don't forget that you can't run from the government. So the CRA will check if you are eligible for CESB or not after you have applied, and they might ask you for some sort of proof. So make sure you meet the eligibility requirements and have proper supporting documents like a list of all the jobs you've been applying for, or if you're a graduating high school student, you might want to keep record of all the schools you're applying for. These are just a few examples of proof, The second important question is, how much money will you get from CESB? So students will get $1,250 for each month for up to 4 months max. Here's the picture of the exact 4-week benefit period again for you to look at. This means you can only apply for the benefit a total of 4 times if you're eligible. You are allowed an additional $750 each month, so that makes a total of $2,000 a month if you have a disability or you have a dependent, which is when you have a child under 12 years old or you have a person with a disability who are completely dependent on you. The CESB is a taxable benefit, which just means that the government is going to hand you the full amount of $1,250 or $2,000 right away, but you will be required to declare that money on your tax returns next year and pay taxes on it. So just keep that in mind. Now, the next important question we have is, when can you apply? Here are the 4-week benefit periods that you are allowed to apply for, which you have already seen. The applications are now open and you can apply using your My Account on the CRA's website. If you don't know how to sign up for My Account, then click this little button up here or maybe on this side and watch my video on how to register today. I'll leave a link in the description box as well. Students will have to reapply every month to receive the benefit as long as they continue to meet the eligibility requirements. And now we need to know how to apply for CESB. I'll go through the application process step by step with my account on the CRA's website in just a second because it's the easiest and fastest way to apply. So feel free to follow along my steps. But like I said earlier, you will need to sign up for the My Account on the CRA website, and I have a video on that which is in the description box below. If you don't have the My Account, then you will need your 2018 tax return to register for it. But if you've never filed your taxes before, then your only option is going to be to call the CRA at this number right here and register your SIN number with them. I'll leave the phone number in the description box as well. You can also apply for CESB through the exact same phone number if you want to do it that way, but you'll probably waiting on hold for 2 hours easily. Anyways, let's get started with the application process. So I'm going to start off on the CRA's main website, and as you guys can see, I'm going to just press sign into CRA account, and I'm going to press this button right here. And I already have a CRA account, so I'm just going to log in. So I'm going to select my online banking credentials. I'm going to fill that in and I'll come back to you guys in a second. So when you log into my account on the CRA's website, on the home screen, you're going to see this gigantic banner that says COVID-19 emergency support, and we're going to hit apply over here. So the application process for the CERB payment is the exact same as the CESB. So on this screen over here, it's asking us which benefit we want to apply for, and we want CESB, so I'm going to select that and then press next. So this screen over here is going to be for the additional $750 that you can get with CESB, and that's going to be by declaring if you have a disability or if you have a dependent. So you got to choose all the options that apply to you. If you have none of those, then you can just press none of the above and press next. Now over here, it's just going to go through the eligibility requirements and make sure that you understand what they are. And if we scroll down a little bit more, it tells us to select a period. And right now there's only one period that started, which was starting from May 10th. So I'm going to select that and then press next. Now on this screen, if we scroll down, they just want me to certify that I understand the rules and any kind of consequences associated with the CESB benefits. So I'm going to say, yes, I understand, and I'll press next. On this screen over here, they just ask you to review your direct deposit information and make sure your banking information is correct. If it's not, then you can just press this update direct deposit button over here. If you don't have direct deposit, which gets your money into your bank account directly within 2 to 3 business days, you're just going to get mailed a check, which is going to take about 5 to 10 business days. So now you just got to confirm that you understand and everything is correct. So I'm going to press I confirm, and then we press submit. So now this is just going to be the final confirmation screen. I would say just take a picture or a screenshot of the screen just for your personal records, and then that's it. That's all it took for the application process. The last thing that I wanted to mention was repayment. If you applied for CESB or even CERB and later found out that you were not eligible and you don't meet the requirements, or you ended up receiving more money than you were supposed to, then you should return the money back to the CRA. Otherwise, they are going to reach out to you sometime during the year and ask you to repay the money. There's a link in the description box that explains how to return payments back to the CRA. So check that out for more information. It's provided by the Government of Canada. That's it for this video. Thank you all for tuning in. Hit that like button if this video helped you understand this new Canada Emergency Student Benefit, or CESB. And please, please, please subscribe to the channel for lots of new videos coming soon. Also, I get it. It's a very strange and stressful time, but if you do have any questions or comments, then please feel free to leave a comment or reach out on any of my social media accounts. I'll try to help out as much as I can. See you in the next video.